Darlene W., are you waiting to win some fabulous prizes? That's a beautiful thing. I don't have any prizes to give away, but hello there, replay viewers. Let's see who tunes on in. Alistair Bruce, first one in the room, and Griff in Vancouver, Canada, welcome. Good to see you, the ABX girl, and Din Din down there in Trinidad. Dan Elise checking on in from London, and Darlene W., welcome. Good to see you, Phyllis 2284, and good to see you, Pixels in the Sky, welcome. Good to see you, Cake 813, welcome. And good to see you, Cat Lady, still listening in today, still at work. Don't work too hard, Cat Lady. Good to see you. Good to see you, Robert T, welcome, and Donna Knight, welcome. I'm doing great, Donna, I hope you're doing great. Good to see you, Neville 6000 from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And Robinson Lopes, good to see you. Dis D. Pier, welcome. And Julie B. OG from a very soggy Florida. Good to see you, Redstone Soldier, over there in Eastern Long Island in Central Mauritius. Welcome. Welcome to City Hall Park. There's the graphic. Sebastian Echkavera, welcome. And Scott Chrysler, good to see you. Sean up on the Upper East Side, Bagels and Walks. Everyone check out Bagels and Walks, fantastic live streamer and content creator from the Upper East Side. Give him a follow here on YouTube and on Instagram. He takes some beautiful pictures, I gotta say. Good to see you, Sean. Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone's doing well on this kind of dreary, Wednesday morning, Wednesday afternoon now. I don't know why the flags are at half staffs. That means somebody must have died recently. So I don't know why the flags are at half staff. I don't know who died, but that means somebody in government or one of our responding services may have lost somebody this week. So, but I don't know who. Good to see you there, Neboul. Bienvenue. Everybody follow Neboul, a great live streamer from the south of France. See what it's like on the Bay of Saint-Tropez with Neboul. Good to see you, Neboul. And I love the 80s. Welcome. Only 50% of you guys are actually engaged with the broadcast. That's awesome. I want to get some more engagement before I start walking around and showing you cool stuff. So make sure you hit that like button so you can activate my legs. Good to see you, Lee. Welcome. Department of Sanitation. That's right, Sean. Yes, last week a Department of Sanitation worker passed away, was killed while on duty. So that's why the flags are at half staff. I forgot all about that. Thank you so much, Sean. Good to see you, Sal Muscles. Good to see you, Sal Muscles. And M. Zambrano, welcome. Yeah, he got ran over by his own truck there, ABX girl, up there in Queens. Pretty sad story. Pretty sad story. So that's why the flags are at half staff. But good to see everybody, people. Still batting at 50% of the audience actually engaged. Yeah, very sad, Darlene. It's an awful story, yeah. Real sad. Tragic story. But a lot of stuff going on here in New York City. Took me nearly 2 hours to get into work this morning because they shut down the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel right as we were getting up to it. So my morning has been a very long one. I've had a very long and stressful morning. Almost got hit by a landscaping truck from New Jersey on the tour. So luckily I didn't get hit, but we came close and there were some words exchanged. But hey, it's New York. But good to see you, Lisa UK girl. Welcome. Bloody hell, 91 people watching and only 38 likes. Wow, everybody who doesn't like me is here. I could feel it. Good to see y'all. Shout out to all my haters out there. Yes, Biden's going to be at the Met tonight. President Zelensky of Ukraine spoke, I believe, earlier this morning. You know, Din, when it comes to road safety, I'm kind of an old hack at it. I have lots of tricks in my arsenal to keep myself and my guests safe. So luckily, all those safety measures did work out. But it was stressful to say the least. I didn't have breakfast this morning because my bus got into town so late. So, but good to see you, Urban Adventure down there in San Antonio. I know, don't like me. Oh, thank you so much, Julie. I appreciate that. Dis D Beer, we don't have a plan today. We're just gonna walk around and check out some art pieces that are here in Lower Manhattan. That's pretty much all I have planned out. So that's pretty much it. But fuck the haters indeed there. I love the 80s. Good to see you, Dwayne. Welcome. I appreciate that, Diana, hitting that like button as you arrived. 105 people now watching and only 47 likes. Keep on hitting that like button. But we got a couple of really nice art pieces to see today. That is what's on tap. Oh, there we go. We just went below 100. Awesome. They tuned in and tuned out. That's it. Keep on tuning out, guys. Keep on tuning out. I appreciate that. Good to see you, Arjan. Welcome. They'll tune back in once we get walking. Those are like walking activated viewers. They can care less about what I have to say, what I have to show. They just want to see aimless, mindless walking. They want me to read street signs and look at piles of garbage. Yeah, guys, I'm not that guy, so sorry. Yeah, Richard and Enrico, the sanitation worker that was unfortunately ran over by his own truck. It was pretty sad. But good to see everybody, people. Welcome. The building in front of us, in the foreground, this is New York City Hall. New York City Hall, the oldest operating city hall in the United States. The building was completed in 1811, opened up for business in 1812. The city extended just about 5 blocks north from here. So the city was rather small back in 1811, 1812. And then just behind it, that building up there, this is the municipal building. The municipal building has all the offices of the members of City Council, also Department of Sanitation and Department of Transportation have their offices in the municipal building. I appreciate that. I love the 80s. The numbers are jumping around like crazy. I don't believe you, YouTube. Me too. A lot of people are weird, Diana. A lot of people are weird. Tragic accident indeed, Rosalind. Tragic accident indeed. Super sad. May he rest in peace. Absolutely. See, look at that. See how we're jumping around? They're tuning in, then they're tuning right out. He's not that guy I like, they're saying. But yeah, anyway. Oh, we got 58 likes. Let's wait for 60, then we'll start walking around here. But I hope everyone's having a great Wednesday. I'm having an okay Wednesday. It's a little stressful today. I hope his family is okay and will be provided for. Yeah, Neville, I hope so too. Absolutely. Condolences to the sanitation worker, indeed. You love it when I go into tour guide mode, KK13. I appreciate that. We'll walk down to the Brooklyn Bridge, and we'll do some tour guide mode for you. We're gonna check out some art pieces here in Lower Manhattan and whatnot, and we'll wander around Lower Manhattan today. I'm a little tired. I'm not a little tired. I'm very tired. And the Duchess is like, do a live stream. Maybe you'll feel better. So we're gonna go on with the show because I would love to go home right now. I am really tired and a little stressed out. But good to see you, Light of Wisdom. Welcome. A little stressed out, but it is what it is. It is what it is. And I have no choice in the matter. Gotta pay bills. Am I right? Am I right, people? To hell with it. Let's get 100 likes in the box and you'll walk me around, and then we'll start walking around. Oh, gee. I'm going to do my best and take it easy. That connection is really bouncing around right now. There are a lot of dignitaries in town, and yeah. Yeah, the bills aren't going to pay themselves. Griff, thank you so much, Griff. But yeah, the bills aren't going to pay themselves, people. My tolerance for BS today is very low, so heads up to all the stunads out there. You're more than welcome for the tour there, Diana. All right, let's get to 100 likes and then we'll start walking around. There's like 30 of you guys who are just like waiting for me to start walking around, so I'm just gonna hang out here. And I hope everyone's having a great Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Keith, I'm doing great. I hope you're doing great. I'm doing fantastic. A little stressful morning, like recap here for everyone who's just joining us. I had a bit of a stressful morning this morning. Almost got hit by a landscaping truck from New Jersey, of course. So, but I think it helped me get some tips today. So that's pretty good. Had a group today from the Netherlands and Switzerland. Good to see you, Michelle King. Welcome. Good to see you, Travis Weeks. Welcome. Freaking hump day, right, Julie? Yeah, hump day. Good to see you, Land Rover 1965. Welcome, and thank you so much to all the channel members. Thanks to all the channel members for having faith in me as a content creator, and thank you so much for being one of us. One of us. Go ba ga ba, go ba ga ba, one of us. One of us. Good to see you, Ramona. Welcome. I hope you're doing great. You never watch until you hit the... Oh, I appreciate that, Mary. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Mary. But thank you so much to all the channel members. Let's get to 100 likes and then we'll start walking around here. We're in Manhattan, so we'll wait for the 100 likes today. We got a lot of cool art pieces to see. There's a new art piece in the World Trade Center that I hopefully am going to be able to show you guys. I hope I have a good rest of my day too. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. We'll see. We're doing a live stream, so if I have a bad day, it's going to happen here on camera. Good to see you, Dave JR, out there in Dartmouth, United Kingdom. Welcome. We're hanging out here in City Hall Park at the moment, waiting for 100 likes, and then we're going to wander around Lower Manhattan. Maybe we'll wander as far north as 14th Street. Who knows? Maybe we'll go by the Elizabeth Street Garden. Maybe we'll go by up there and see what it's like up there at Elizabeth Street Garden. See what's going on up there. They did not get their official papers to leave yet. Wolfbread, good to see you out there in New Jersey. They're all crazy out there. Yes, they are, Wolfbread. Good to see you. Good to see you, Wolfbread. Good to see you, Jeanette Trainer. Welcome. You know, when I lead my tour, I always do like a countdown when we get the light. So I do a 3, 2, 1, and I start riding. So I did the 3, 2, 1 countdown, and this landscaping truck totally blows the light. He was going fast enough that he squealed the tires. And I said, yo, I got the light. And then he just starts cursing me out. So I decided, because I had a bad morning, I started cursing him out. I think the guests liked it. But anyway. Good to see you, Jerry. Welcome. Yeah, the garden hasn't been barred off, Din. So, but good to see you, Jerry. And Alan, the food homie. Good to see you, Alan, the food homie. Welcome on into the show. Welcome to City Hall Park. So I had a little stressful bit of a morning this morning, but you know, all my little tricks worked out and I didn't die. But good to see you, John Burke. Welcome. Good to see you, John Burke. Good to see you, Yulia. Welcome. Yeah, the guests got a taste of the New York attitude today, yeah. They totally did. They got an authentic Brooklynite reaction, yeah. And he had the nerve to curse me out, so I just laid into him, and I think I scared him a little bit because I really went crazy. When Dutch has no coffee in his veins in the morning, Dutch is an angry guy, so. I get angry. It's fine. Yeah, hopefully, Nebul. Hopefully. I'm touring here. That's right. But I mean, he ran like a solid red light. That's what drove me nuts. It's like, yo, you're in the wrong. So do my visitors from the Netherlands like hearing about all the Dutch connections to New York? Of course they do, KK813. Yeah, of course. You know, we actually finished the tour underneath the municipal building. And there's the Shield of Amsterdam on that building. So we kind of stopped underneath the shield. Exactly. Scorpio with no coffee is not a good combination. Good to see you, Neil. Diana Lee, thank you so much for the very generous $10 PayPal. Thank you so much for joining today's $5 club 2 times today via PayPal. Much, much, much appreciated with a big $10 PayPal. Thank you so much, dear Diana, for sponsoring today's live stream. Much, much, much appreciated, Diana. Thank you so much for all your support. And thank you also so much for being a channel member. Good to see you, Neil. And you wouldn't want to get cursed out by me? Din. Yo, I act crazy this morning. I act really nuts this morning. But good to see you, Strawberry Fields. Welcome. You're having a Dunkin' Donuts coffee right now. Oh, awesome. KK813. Drink it in good health, my friend. Drink it in good health. Enjoy that coffee. For me, please. For me. Good to see you, Sally Skipico. Welcome. Hope you're doing well, Sally. Hope everyone's doing well on this Wednesday, September 25th, 2024. It's 1:50 in the afternoon as we enjoy this perfect view indeed, Dwayne. We're waiting for 100 likes and then we'll start walking around. We got some really cool art to show you guys today. We got some cool art all around Lower Manhattan, so we're going to check all of that cool stuff out. Dunkin' Donuts coffee is the best. KK813, I have to agree. Dunkin' Donuts is the best coffee. When they make it right, though. Sometimes they mess up, but yeah, when they make it right, it's great. Had yourself an espresso this morning, had a sip and forgot to finish. That's sacrilegious there, Nibble. Having an espresso and not finishing it, that's sacrilegious. Ridiculous. I showed what New York is about. What? I showed what New York is. Oh, yeah, yes, I did. I showed what New York is all about to the guests. Yes, I did, Strawberry. Yes, I did. C. Denny. Good to see you, C. Denny from Canada. Welcome. Our neighbors to the north in Memsatobe. Good to see you, Memsatobe. Cleveland rocks. Hope you're doing well. We're waiting for 100 likes, and then we're going to start walking around here in the greatest city in the world, New York, New York. Man, that's coffee abuse. That's coffee abuse. Yes, Julie. That's coffee abuse. God forbid. It's sacrilege. Dunkin' Donuts is the best. Yeah, I know I get a lot of shit for drinking Dunkin' Donuts coffee, but it's like, it's convenient. I have the app. So, yeah. The best thing about the Dunkin' Donuts app is you don't have to interact with humans. You just order the shit and then you just show up there and pick it up. I know it never happens to you. I know, Nebul. Nebul, it happens. It happens, Nebul. It happens. It happens. And it's perfectly fine. These things happen from time to time. But good to see everybody. You know, the Duchess said that y'all will put me in a better mood, and she was right. Good to see you, William, out there in Brooklyn. Welcome. Yes, great minds do think alike. Yes, indeed. God forbid not having not finishing an espresso. Pam and Davy and Pam Beverage from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, just got back after spending a few days in New York. I hope your visit was fantastic. Davy and Pam, good to see y'all. Welcome to the show. Waiting for 100 likes. See, there's at least 50 people who hate my ass. Shout out to all my haters. You know, somebody did a live stream talking shit about me and they had the nerve to delete it. Anyway, at least I don't steal other people's content and repost it. Good to see you, Paul Greenwell. Welcome. Enjoying the coffee talk, even though you did. Oh my God, Dwayne, have a little glass of ice water, and you know that could be your coffee, Dwayne. Good to see you, Paul Greenwell. Good to see ICU investigations out there in Atlanta. And Stone Mountain, Georgia. Did we hit 100? 4 more to go. 4 more to go. Shout out to all the haters. Yeah, Nebul. Yeah, somebody did a whole live stream talking shit about me. And then they had the nerve to delete it. I want to shout out to my friends, damn it. I know you're watching. I know that human is watching in the cut. It's fine. Again, at least I don't steal people's content and repost it. I can sleep well at night knowing I didn't steal anybody's content. I know shit happens in 2024. You still have no feelings about my... You have no feelings about my ass. Oh, God. I appreciate that, Strawberry. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. The iced coffee this morning was really good, Diana. Are they chicken? Probably. I don't care. I don't steal content and repost the damn shit, so... Was it a child? No, Julie. No, it was. I wish it was. No. But really quick, Julie, just why not? This one's for the children. The children of the world. This one's for the children. Anyway, I know, absolutely. I know, Dwayne, absolutely, Dwayne. Come on, one more like and you can activate my legs. We're singing New Kids on the Block. Do you know they're performing in Times Square on Friday? So come on out and see the New Kids. They're having a residency in Las Vegas coming up. So hopefully they'll play This One's for the Children. We hit 100 likes. Thank you so much, guys, for hitting 100 likes. I appreciate it. We can now walk around and entertain y'all. We have appeased the algorithm, the algorithmic gods. Oh, let me get my money. I got change here. Hold on, people. I got an employee discount at the pizza place down the block. So shout out to the people who run Little Italy Pizza on Park Place. They were so nice to me in there. They're always so nice to me in there. Oh my God, Ange was 100. Awesome, Ange. Everyone, check out Yo Ange. Fantastic live streamer from the Upper West Side. Follow Ange and Joe in their coffee field adventures around New York and beyond. Good to see you, Ange. Welcome. The City Hall fountain, right there. City Hall Park fountain. That's the Jacob Ray Mould fountain right over there. Let's get down to the waterfront. Let's get down to the waterfront and relax. Take in those waterfront views. That's what we got to do. But thank you so much for hitting that like button. You hate the assholes who steal content because they don't have an active brain to create their own. My sentiments exactly. I love the 80s. My sentiments exactly. Lori, good to see you, Lori. And she also gets students on their chat. All the great ones do, absolutely. John the Beagle Dad, good morning and good afternoon. Welcome. It's still the morning? You know, I woke up at 6:15. 6:15 to make money this morning. Uh-oh. Open the back door. Open the back door. Oh boy. Wow, we got action happening here. Didn't look at the time? Yeah. I wish I had that problem. I wish I had that problem. Let's get down to the waterfront. Let's get down to the waterfront. See what's cooking. We're going to wander all around Lower Manhattan today. But good to see you, Lori. You did it because we need our... Oh, I appreciate that, Ange. I appreciate that. Good to see you, Sarah C. Welcome. Good to see everybody, people. I know, all your favorite streamers in one place. Yeah, it's very dark out here. Yeah, it's a gloomy day here in New York. I mean, I guess because all the diplomats are in town, we have like a weird like energy here in New York. You know, like everybody's here. President Zelensky of the Ukraine spoke at the UN General Assembly today. So, and there has been no helicopters, no aircraft flying over Manhattan Island all day today because we are in a no-fly zone. So we're probably in the safest place in the world. And bloody hell, she did it again. Phyllis keeps doing this. Let me get somewhere where I could yell Phyllis's name. Let me get somewhere where I could yell Phyllis's name nice and loud. And Phyllis with a $300 super chat. Phyllis, thank you so much. Phyllis keeps doing this every damn month. Phyllis, you're like way too extremely kind. I really do appreciate that. You appreciate my content so much that every month you have been giving me $300 dues. I mean, that is really, really the founder of the Mentor Circle. Yes, indeed. Phyllis, thank you so much for the very generous $300 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $300 club. Much, much, much appreciated. With a big $300 super chat. Phyllis, thank you so much, my dear friend Phyllis, with that extremely generous $300 super chat. Phyllis is literally helping me pay my rent. Phyllis, thank you so much. It really means the world to me that you find my content worthy enough for such an extremely generous super chat. And I cannot thank you enough, Phyllis. I mean, words cannot put it into proper connotation there. It really is. I really do appreciate that, Phyllis. Phyllis, thank you so much. It's been such a crappy day. I guess the Duchess was right. But thank you so much, Phyllis, with that extremely generous $300 super chat. My goodness. Phyllis, thank you so much. You're putting food in my belly, and you're paying my rent and helping me pay my cell phone bills. So thank you so much, Phyllis, with that extremely generous $300 super chat. Let me entertain you for the next couple of hours, please. Let me entertain you for the next couple of hours. Everyone, thank Phyllis, and let me get my second device here so I could like the comment. Good to see you, Austin City Limits. Welcome in. And TPA, here you go, TPA. There you go. Everyone's thanking Phyllis there. I love it. There you go, Phyllis. Thank you so much. I'm happy now. I'm a little emotional. It makes me emotional every time too. Yeah. But thank you, Phyllis. Thank you. So, and you all benefit from the generosity of Phyllis. Absolutely. So thank you so much. But let me entertain you. And of course, the Duchess is always right. Good to see you, Hank P. Welcome. I appreciate those kind words. Good to see you, Austin City Limits. Charlinks Morris, good to see you. Everyone, please thank Phyllis. Now I got to entertain you guys. Now I really do got to entertain you. Crying now, Austin? I'm trying not to cry too here in the streets of New York. Good to see you, Leela. Welcome. Wow, Phyllis. You keep on doing this every month, Phyllis. Thank you so much. Every month, Phyllis leaves this crazy $300 donation. It's humbling, to say the least, that you're willing to part with that much money just for little old me to entertain you. So I really do appreciate it. You can hear it in my heart. Best YouTuber, Miss E81. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Now I'm going to entertain you guys. Let me entertain you people. CB Earth Day out there in the Netherlands. Welcome. I had a nice couple from the Netherlands today on the bike tour. They were a lot of fun. The Duchess is always right. No, she is. She is. She's always right. She's the best. The Duchess she's always right. She's always right. Let me entertain y'all. Let me entertain y'all. There's that municipal building again. Right there. It's chilly here in New York, I see you. It's in the mid 60s right now. Yeah, nothing helps feeling, yes indeed, Strawberry, yes indeed. Good to see you, Jerry. Yeah, Phyllis is awesome. I have to agree, Jerry. They don't make humans like that anymore. I tell you what. A lot of you guys, a lot of you guys who join me every day doing these live streams, you guys are in a very special and elite group of humans. Y'all are very giving and very caring, and you're always cognizant of everything that I do. So I really do appreciate everyone's support, even if it's just a thumbs up on the video. But super chats are best. Good to see you, Damien. Welcome. And of course the channel members and all that stuff. But good to see you, Damien. Good to see you, Rune Sand. I appreciate that, Strawberry. I try my best. If you guys are spending your time with me, I don't want you guys to feel like you wasted it. So that's why I try to kind of give you guys some meaningful content, even when I don't have anything planned. Good to see you, Michelle. Welcome. Even when I don't have anything planned, I want to make something meaningful, a moment of community and comedy and all that stuff. Good to see you, Esteban Fernandez. Welcome. Here's the pace setter. Here's the pace setter right here. He's hanging out. I appreciate that, Strawberry. Me too. Reed Drummond, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Denise, welcome. You come here to waste time, John? Awesome. Good to see you, John. Good to see you. Here's the pace setter right here. In America's tribute to search and rescue dogs, sponsored by Pace University. This dog is always setting the pace. Donated to the City of New York by the American Kennel Club, and the artist is Mike Neville. Paying honor to all the search and rescue dogs out there, and these guys definitely are always keeping us safe. The pace setter. That's the whole thing about Pace University. I have actually a dog as a mascot because the dog sets the pace. It's pretty cool. And my mom went to school here too. My mom went to school here. We're walking down Frankfurt Street now. Now we're going to walk down Frankfurt Street down to the waterfront, and we'll take in our view here of the Brooklyn Bridge, and then we'll walk down the waterfront here for a little bit. Diana, absolutely. I'm very blessed to have the Duchess in my life. And some spare change, oh my God. And Jack Spencer with a $5 super chat. Jack Spencer, thank you so much for the very generous $5 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $5 club. Much, much, much appreciated. The big $5 super chat. Hey, that pays off the taxes on the $300 Phyllis just donated. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jack. Every penny helps. Believe me, guys. Believe me. Every penny helps. Good to see you there, Elise. welcome. Y'all are being so kind today. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. It's humbling how kind you guys are. Through that arch over there is One Police Plaza, the headquarters of the NYPD. So that's where we're at right now. Just walking amongst the skyscrapers is killer content, Rush fan? Absolutely, Rush fan. Good to see ya. We'll walk through the canyons today, Rush fan. We'll do it. We got some great art over at the World Trade Center. So we'll be going into the Oculus later and checking out the art inside there. It was revealed yesterday. So we're going to check that out. This is 100 Gold Street, and this is the main building for the main administrative building for the DOT. Good to see you, Justine. Welcome. They always park on the sidewalk over here. Absolutely. Neville, that's easier said than done. I would like to not spend it on anything and just save it up for my future apartment, but I do have pragmatic bills to spend. Look at this, right in the bike lane. Because we all know that nobody uses the bike lane. I love it when they park in the bike lane. And I rent, so I gotta... And Walks in Camera, good to see you over there in London. And I watched your video this morning, Walks in Camera. You make some really nice videos. Bloody hell. And I was watching his video where he walked through like a wooded forest area. It was really cool. Good to see you, Denise. Welcome. Yeah, no clue, no clue. No clue. Let's get down to the water. Let's get down to the water. Welcome, Walks in Camera. Yeah, I was checking out those videos. It's fun. Magnesium. I think this is the only chat I ever see on live stream where the word magnesium is regularly used. Anyway. Yeah, awesome channel. Yeah. I concur. Awesome channel indeed. Across the street is the anchorage to the Brooklyn Bridge. That's what holds the four main cables down on a massive plate that keep the bridge suspended. But on the site of the Brooklyn Bridge anchorage here on the Manhattan side, that is the site of the first White House. That's where George Washington used to live when he became president. He used to live right there where the anchorage is. And there is a plaque that's up there. And you know what? Since we're here, let's show you guys the plaque. Since we're here. Tin K, welcome. I'll show you guys this plaque here. Tour guide Megan, she actually did a really cool video about this. She reminded me about this. I forgot all about this. But here it is, everyone. The site of the first White House. Hey, John Laura plaque. Check it out. There it is. The first presidential mansion occupied by George Washington himself was right here. Yeah, you got this one, Neil? You got this one there, John? Awesome. There it is, the first presidential mansion. Right here, where the Brooklyn Bridge stands today. Where the anchorages actually is. So this is the anchorage that holds down all the cables for the Brooklyn Bridge right here. How crazy is that? As I always say, the history is all around us. Eventually they're going to turn this into a park. So from what I hear, they're going to turn this into another skate park here. How close did New York City become the capital? Well, we were the capital for a few years until that moves down to Philadelphia. And then basically it was the southern states that forced the hand of the government to have us move to Washington, D.C. So, but good to see you, Beach Bum. Welcome. But yeah, we were the capital for like what? We were the capital for like 4 years or something like that. Until it moves down to Philadelphia, and then it's in Philadelphia for a few years, and then it finally makes its way ultimately down to Washington, D.C. And that was because it was, back then, remember that the country was on the East Coast, so they wanted the capital of the United States to be in the center of the country. So that's why it was where it is today, in this mosquito-riddled swamp that is Washington, D.C. I'll see you later, Griff. Have a great day. Yeah, exactly. We can't have everything. But we were the first of a lot of things. We were the first of a lot of things. But that's what makes New York special. We're the financial capital of the country. So it's good to have the financial capital and the governmental capital separate. I have a feeling if we were the political capital of this nation, this city would be vastly different. Yeah, Dindin, yeah. We were the capital of this. Philadelphia was the capital for only a few years. But exactly. We are in the capital in many other ways. And exactly, we're blessed enough to get all this wonderful traffic from the United Nations. UN General Assembly Week. There you go. New York City was the nation's capital from 1785 to 1790. Yeah, you go, 5 years. I said 4 years, right? Say 5 years. There you go. Thank you so much, Neil. You know, just for that, we'll go into Federal Hall. We'll go to Federal Hall today. We'll do a little romp around Federal Hall. Cowgirl Seahorse is right here. Ooh, they're having trivia night tonight at 8 o'clock. I like this bar. This is a fun little bar. Very chill. Very chill, laid-back bar. Gypsy Terra, new subscriber from sunny California. Good to see you, Gypsy. Welcome. Exactly, we do need to be our own country. I mean, New York City, when everyone thinks of the United States, they usually think of New York City first. So, and I really do believe that we are right now. New York City is definitely the culture capital of the United States. A lot of music, a lot of creativity, creative arts is all coming out of New York City right now, especially out in Brooklyn. So New York City is first and Peoria is second. There you go. All right. Let's go say hi to my bridge one more time. Look at this thing. I love this thing. The beautiful 141-year-old Brooklyn Bridge. This is for Nebul. Steam power, horsepower, and raw human power. That's what's built the Brooklyn Bridge. Built in an era before electricity, the Brooklyn Bridge is truly a handmade modern marvel. It took 14 long years to build the bridge between 1869 and 1883. Years during which Thomas Edison invents a light bulb and a phonograph. Alexander Graham Bell invents a telephone. The buffalo were killed off the Great Plains. The catcher's mask and curveball were introduced to the game of baseball. In Washington, President Chester A. Arthur installs plumbing in the White House. And in Europe, Picasso and Einstein are born. Just a couple of the things that were happening in the world while we were building the Brooklyn Bridge. The Brooklyn Bridge is a vision of a true genius, a Renaissance man of his time. His name was John Augustus Roebling. John A. Roebling immigrates to the United States in 1832 from the walled village of Mulhouse, Germany, to resolve his destiny in all that space, as his family said, and to say that he obsessed over the Brooklyn Bridge would be an understatement. In the winter of 1845, there was a big engineering summit out in the city of Brooklyn where they gathered some of the world's greatest engineers and architects to discuss building a bridge. John Roebling with his son Washington attended this 3-day summit. At the end of the 3-day summit, they took the ferry over from Fulton Ferry Landing, which is just about there, to this very pier. Just one problem. It was so cold in that February afternoon that the East River was all filled up with ice. So it would normally take you just 20 minutes to cross the river. On this afternoon, it took them 2 hours to cross the river. And at that point, this bridge becomes John Roebling's obsession. John Roebling advocates for this bridge tremendously in various engineering and architectural magazines of the time. He saw this bridge as the only way for the cities of New York and Brooklyn to truly thrive in their place on the planet Earth. In 1867, the cities of New York and Brooklyn award John Roebling and Sons, the premier steel wire manufacturing company here in the United States, the contract to build the Brooklyn Bridge. John Roebling gets so excited, he draws up all the plans for the bridge and estimates cost in just 3.5 weeks. John Roebling even paints these highly detailed oil paintings of some of the building processes for the workers who could not read or speak English. He was quite hands-on. Construction officially commences in August 1869. Construction officially commences in August of 1869, and unfortunately for John Roebling, he is killed just 2 weeks into construction. Once again, we find ourselves across the river at Fulton Ferry Landing. John Roebling with his son Washington were doing survey work, trying to figure out where the towers are going to exactly stand and where the anchorages are going to go, and they were standing right at the edge of the ferry dock. A ferry boat was coming into dock. John Roebling and his son stepped back to allow the ferry boat to dock, and unfortunately for John Roebling, his foot falls through a broken wooden plank in the pier. His foot gets wedged in the pier. The ferry boat comes in and crushes his foot. John Roebling was a hydropathist. He believed that water cured everything. Against the wishes of his son Washington Roebling, fresh from the Civil War, he saw some real terrible stuff. He's like, Dad, you got to amputate your foot. You got to die of gangrene. John Roebling is like, no, water will cure me. And John Roebling proceeds to cure himself by drinking mineral water and pouring ice cold water on his open wound. Needless to say, 18 days later, John Roebling dies in the most agonizing bout of tetanus. So now enter the son, Washington Roebling. Washington Roebling, his father's favorite apprentice. He was a genius just like his dad, formerly trained as a mathematician, an engineer, an architect, amongst many other trades. He was assumed all the responsibilities of building his father's bridge, and he was quite young at the time, just 32 years old. So I have to say, the father, he designs the bridge, the son places the bridge where it is today, but unfortunately for Washington Roebling, he's almost killed building the Brooklyn Bridge. The hardest part of this entire bridge's construction we cannot see, and it's the foundations for the 2 towers. To create the foundations for the towers, we use the caisson method, and the caisson method, very simplified, is a large wooden inverted box. You place that box at the bottom of the riverbed. Air pressure forces the water out of the box. Workers then enter the box through a shaft under very high air pressure. The workers then undermine the edges of the box. As more dirt and debris come up from the river bottom, the box slowly settles down, and once the box hits bedrock, you fill it up with concrete, and you have your foundation. It was very famously said that Washington Roebling was the only person to keep his head on straight in these truly terrifying conditions. Understand that electricity is not invented yet, so your only source of light were these calcium torches that gave off a rotten egg smell while the rest of the caisson lied in darkness. And they thought they was just sand at the bottom of this river? No, there's rocks and boulders and stuff. For every month they estimated to do excavation work, 5 months were needed to do that same amount of work. And it was tough, back-breaking work. Everything was done by hand, with pickaxes, shovels, and a very loud steam-powered drill. Well, as they dug deeper and deeper down, the air pressure on the workers was becoming more and more great. And as they dug deeper down, men were getting injured. Men were coming out of the hole injured. Men were coming out of the hole, they'll take a sip of water, boom, they'll be dead the next minute. Or they'll come out delirious or half paralyzed. They were coming down with the bends. But back then we called it caisson's disease because we really didn't understand the effect of air pressure on the human body. And 2.5 years into the construction of the bridge, Washington Roebling gets a very bad case of the bends, and he is paralyzed from the waist down, and he's no longer able to personally supervise the bridge's construction. For the duration of the Brooklyn Bridge's construction, Washington Roebling manages it from his bedroom window in Brooklyn Heights, which is right over there. But after Washington Roebling is basically bedridden, who really completes and builds the Brooklyn Bridge? Well, Washington's wife, Miss Emily Warren Roebling, who's, by the way, her birthday was just the other day. Miss Emily Warren was the sister of the general that Washington Roebling served under during the Civil War, and she was a quite educated woman for her time. One of the first women to graduate NYU Law School, her main vocations were the English language and law studies. So you get somebody who's into the English language, somebody's into mathematics. These two make a power couple for the time, and she is the one who really builds the Brooklyn Bridge. She basically self-taught herself everything you need to know to build the Brooklyn Bridge under the guidance of her husband Washington and to Washington's specifications. But she had another trick up her sleeve. She knew how to talk to the assistant engineers and architects. She was called the soother of hurt souls, and whenever the egos of the assistant engineers and architects got a little bit out of hand, she knew how to talk to the assistant engineers and architects. She knew how to keep them in check. She knew how to keep them in line. Gentlemen, we gotta finish this bridge. But after 14 long years, the Brooklyn Bridge is finally ready for its first traffic. May 24th, 1883 is a big day here in New York City. Everybody has the day off. And Miss Emily Warren Roebling is the first ceremonial crossing across the Brooklyn Bridge. She rides across the Brooklyn Bridge in an open silver and white carriage, cradling a rooster. The rooster was a symbol of victory. When she arrives over to the Brooklyn side, there's over 20,000 people waiting for her. And then that day, we have a big party. Army regiments and marching bands from all around the world march back and forth across the bridge in a days-long procession. The president and vice president are here in attendance for the opening of the bridge. And then that night, we have probably one of the greatest fireworks shows in all of New York City history. Nearly 14.5 tons of fireworks were released from the bridge in a fireworks show that lasted nearly 2.5 hours. From what I've gathered about this fireworks show, it was a very beautiful, stupendous, chaotic, and dangerous experience. If you could imagine, the fireworks were being shed off the top of the towers. The fireworks were being shot off the top of the roadway here. There were boats down here in the East River shooting off their own fireworks. And they kept the bridge open to traffic the entire time. We knew how to live back in 1883. After that, the bridge wasn't a success. Every day, 91,000 people cross the Brooklyn Bridge. And you're looking at it right now. So behold, the eighth wonder of the world, the Brooklyn Bridge. And where is my graphic? Is that my graphic? Oh no, I don't have my Brooklyn Bridge graphic anymore. I gotta make the Brooklyn Bridge graphic. But there you go. Yes, Emily was portrayed very well in the Gilded Age. There was an awesome celebration in 1983. In 1986, that was the bicentennial for the Statue of Liberty and our country. But did anybody live stream those fireworks? No. Let's catch up with the chat here. That's right, Urban Adventure. Nobody else has this information. Amazing story, right, guys? Amazing, amazing, amazing. Robert Brun, good to see you. FK Designs, welcome. GF Jergs, good to see you. Who else do we have here? It's my bridge. It's my bridge, Rory. It's my bridge. Good to see you, Marty. Welcome. But good to see everybody. Exactly. The women always have to finish a man's job. Am I right, people? Good to see you there, Brett M. and Art Car ACAC. Welcome. Good to see you, Marty. Good to see everybody, people. Urban Adventure, I'll say what the tour guide who stole my route says. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the Brooklyn Bridge. It's very old. Anyway, let's continue on. Let's continue on, people. Also, this is where in the movie It Happened in Brooklyn. This right about here is where Frank Sinatra stops the cab to stare at the bridge. Right about here. But yeah, you gotta check out Gilded Age. It's like Sex in the City, but with very snooty commentary. They're always talking that old-timey English. Yeah, it is very old, but that's all he says. This guy was following me around on the tour today. It was annoying. It was like, bro, you're stealing my route, but whatever. There's only one me. I know, you got a bridge to sell me photos? And we scared away 20 people. They're like, what, he's talking about facts and shit? He's not walking? They tuned in and tuned right out. Yeah, Gilded Age is just like Sex in the City, but you know, oh, yes, today. Anyway. Hey, Brett, you know, I'm a tour guide, man. It's not hard to live stream and have it meaningful content. I'm noticing like the bar keeps dropping when it comes to content people are willing to watch. So I'm just going to keep raising my own bar for my content. They have done repairs on the bridge, yeah. Most of the suspender cables are original. About 90% of the suspender cables are original. About 95% of the superstructure is original. The 4 main cables of the bridge are original. But they're constantly painting the bridge. It takes 2 years to paint the Brooklyn Bridge. Then they got to start all over again. And back in the 90s, the whole bridge got a whole like structural assessment. Good to see you, Helena Song. Welcome. I know, yeah, you could actually learn. I want you to learn a little bit of something. I want you to learn a little bit of something. Yeah, but I will continue to raise the bar, damn it. JC Droid, good to see you. We do. We have. I know we have educated conversations here, and not everyone can handle that. That's true. If anything, I get shitted on. Like that Coast Guard boat over there. Yeah. Jermaine James, good to see you. Actually, let's get on to Pier 17. Let's get an up close look at that boat. Across the street, the location of the Paris Cafe. I heard somebody's trying to resurrect the Paris Cafe, so hopefully they'll reopen again. That cafe opened up in 1873. Wasn't there a mafia hit there back in the day? Wasn't there a mafia hit there? Oh, we got, god damn, those 2 people had main character syndrome. What, you're talking to me? No, I'm not talking to you, bro. Anyway, good to see you, John Smith. And Les Nosit, Kia Ora. Welcome. Yeah, adults table. Some people find that offensive, us saying it's the adults table. I know, they're everywhere, I know. There are hits everywhere. Hey, are you feeling a little lonely? Are you feeling a little sad? Have you not commented in the chat? Let me tell you something. If you're watching this live or on the replay, do me a favor. All right? Just remind yourself that you're not alone. You're not alone. We are all in this together. Okay? We are all in this together. And my job as a live streamer is to help you kind of take a little load off, take a little mental health break, and maybe dream and imagine a little bit. Go sightseeing. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you out. So if you're feeling a little lonely today, if you're feeling a little down, let me tell you something. First of all, it's got to get better. Today may be a miserable day, but it will get better. The sun will rise again. Okay? But if you're watching this live stream, remember, you're not alone. You're not alone. And believe me, your mental health matters to me. So keep that in mind. Yeah, JC, I feel you, JC. I feel you. I feel you. Let me be a little bit of a distraction for you. All right? Let me be a little bit of a distraction for you. Good to see you, Fawn Marie. You're more than welcome, Fawn Marie. Hugs all around to everybody. All right? A little mental hug for everybody. Awesome, Lori. I appreciate those kind words, Lori. Appreciate that. Let's walk on to Pier 17 and see what's going on out here. Let's see what's cooking out here on Pier 17. Welcome to the South Street Seaport, where New York begins. Yeah, it does suck, GF Jerks, but it will get better. You got to keep it positive, all right, people? You got to keep it positive. Just freaking breathe, all right? That's all you got to do. Breathe in and breathe out. That's all you got to do. It's got to get better, all right? Don't get caught up on the macro. Think about the long term, all right? Think about the long term. Set yourself some goals, all right? Imagine that life getting better, all right? Picture it, see it, and it will come, okay? Toke in, toke out. That's right, John. I got to get me a new vaporizer. I ran out of oil. Okay. So this is for the Duchess. They're gonna set up a pumpkin arch right about here. And it looks like we're just beginning to get the pumpkin arch together. So look at this ship here. It's gorgeous. Good to see you, Brian Davis. Welcome. The William Sparling? Sparling. The William Sparling U.S. Coast Guard ship right here. What a beautiful ship. I want to give a big shout out to all the members of the armed forces, the Coast Guard, New York City Police Department, New York City Fire Department, all the EMTs, all the sanitation workers who keep this city clean. I want to thank everyone who keeps this city and nation running. And if you are a first responder who is watching, thank you, thank you, thank you for your service. Yeah, they were setting up the arch last year. Yeah, you saw them at the dock last year. Yeah, so well choreographed, right? I love that they put these sculptures here on Pier 17. She's just hanging out in the East River. The Survival of Serena by Carol A. Fuhrman. There she is. She's just hanging out in the East River. She's just floating in the East River. She looks so real. Oh my God, I love her. So cool. You know, I shouldn't touch her, but I am. I want to see how her, oh my God, it feels like hair. It feels like hair. Yeah, so they moved them down from Park Avenue. I don't know how long they're going to be here at the South Street Seaport. There's a few more that I'm going to show you guys. But she's just so cool. I mean, how cool. Right, here we go. Here's a little wallpaper for you guys. There you go. A little wallpaper action for you guys. Framed the shot up nice. Hey, remember them on Park Avenue? They floated their way down, Ramona. They floated their way down. For more information, scan the QR code right there. She's just hanging out. She's enjoying the view, floating around. It is beautiful East River. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, the Clippers, they parked the Clipper City here? Awesome. Stefan, good to see you. Ah, awesome. Stefan, that's what I'm here for, Stefan. That's what I'm here for, my friend. Right, brings back memories, right, Din Din? Me too. Wow, the William Sparling has a gyro-stabilized 25mm autocannon, a crew of 4 served by an M2 Browning machine guns, as well as light arms. So don't. So why do people call it Park Avenue and not Park Avenue? I mean, it's just Park Ave or Park Avenue, yeah. There used to be a park in the middle of it, but people still call it Park Avenue. I mean, I don't understand that comment. But anyway. Oh, we got somebody partying down here. Let's see what's cooking. It's so much better than the old one. Oh, we got a little bit of a connection issue. Let me walk fast. Playing the good music on Pier 17. We got a little bit of a weird signal over here, so hopefully we'll get back into the good signal territory here. It Takes Two by Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock. Yeah, buddy. Hopefully we'll get back into a... Good to see you, John, Brian. Good to see everybody, people. He was dancing, me too. Hoping to get this signal back here. There you go, Neil. There you go. Hey, this area had a little bit of greenery. You can only put so much greenery out here because we are on a pier. You do not need a winter jacket right now, John. No, I'm in a t-shirt. I'm in a t-shirt. So, justice, balancing on the ball. Yeah, with no winter jacket. It's 60-something degrees out here, and it's a humid 60-something degrees out here. So winter jacket would be way overkill. I am in a t-shirt, and I am not cold. You're freezing in your house right now. Okay. Yeah, it's almost 70, so we're nowhere near winter jacket weather. Brooke with the beach ball. She's just hanging out, taking a little nap here at Pier 17. Yeah, a little crisp fall weather. It's like humid though. It's humid fall weather at the moment. The beautiful lighthouse ship, the Ambrose, built in 1908, and then across the way we have the beautiful Wavertree, built in 1885. She had a couple of beers, yeah. She went to the tin building here and got herself a couple of nice craft beers. Taking a little siesta. And look at this. Now this is art. Now this is art. I would give anything to see how they painted this. But as we look at the Leaning Tower of Lower Manhattan, 161 Maiden Lane, some almost 800 feet above the street, somebody tagged the building. I would give anything to see how they did that. I would give anything to see how they did that in one night. And look at that, that's almost 800 feet up. Bloody hell. That's insane. How the hell did they paint that thing? Brett M has, let's see, Brett M, cold in your houses. Also there, yeah, colder than a mother-in-law's kiss. There you go. Okay. There you go, Brett. Get under the blankets, Brett. Get under the blankets. Fire up a nice hot coffee. I know, John, I'm going to show that in a little bit. Yeah, they tagged up another unfinished building in Lower Manhattan. Here's good old BB on the ball. She's hanging out. For all the old school Periscope people, show feet. Show feet. Anyway, she's just hanging out. But yeah, John, they tagged up another building, another unfinished building in Lower Manhattan. They tagged up, and they put an awesome tag on it. I've seen it. So Rush fan, the building is technically not abandoned, but it is unfinished. And the building is leaning some 6 inches to the north, or 6 inches towards us from this perspective. Did you see it yesterday? Nice. Lucas Gallant, good to see you. Welcome. What happened to Sarah Jessica Parker's shoe store? She had a shoe store right in here. Closed down. You watch those daredevils on YouTube climb that building? It was so scary. Really, Kay? There's a video of people climbing that building. I want to see that. Because that building is tall, man. That building is tall. I'm not gonna lie. If that building were to like topple over, I hope I'm here to live stream it. I know that sounds morbid. Oh, should I get? You know what? I should get cookies for me and the Duchess, right? I should get some cookies for me and the Duchess. You know what? Let's get some cookies for me and the Duchess. Let me get some cookies for me and the Duchess. Oh, here we go. Look at this. It's wow, it's open. That's awesome. That's really cool. Let's get some cookies for me and the Duchess. I love this place. This has been recently voted on having the best chocolate chip cookie in New York City. And I'm not going to eat any cookies because I don't want to fall asleep. But I'm going to get some cookies for me and the Duchess. So, yeah, I know they closed the Sarah Jessica Parker store a few months ago. All right, let's get some cookies. Let's get some cookies. Hey, guys. Oh, sorry. I forgot I was connected. There we go. All right. Sorry. I'm gonna take a cookies and cream and a, yes, you got the crumphetti?
Cookies and cream and a crumphetti?
Yeah.
Anything to drink?
No, that's it.
13.
I'm taking these bad boys home. Awesome, thank you. All right, that's a beautiful thing. Thank you all so much. Have a good one. I forget I'm connected to my second device. I'm such a burnout. We got the cookies. Yes. Now I got snacks for me and the Duchess. We are all set now. Yes. I am so wired up here. Yeah, clothesline. Yep. But John, you got to understand, they're expensive, but they're really big. They're really big. Good to see you, Xavier. Welcome. They are a treat. But it's an amazing cookie store and well worth the price. Believe me. Believe me. They're like big cookies. So good to see you, Momacita 100 from London. Welcome. We are going to live a long, happy life together. Absolutely, Momacita. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me just button up my bag here and make sure I didn't take out the power cables here. Let me make sure these are all in order. Yes, they are. Good. Good. All right, let's continue on, kids. Eric Floyd, you're really in your own little world there. Best ex-nog. Okay. Good to see you, Ken. Welcome. Urban Adventure, you gotta come to the funny face and grab some cookies. Well, good to see you, Ken. Good to see you. Is that Deb? Good to see you, Deb. Pour coffee in parcels. There you go. But yeah, amazing cookie store. Yeah, you gotta try their cookies. This is the South Street Seaport District, where New York begins. And let's go down this way. Let's walk down Water Street. Rouge Jones, good to see you. Good to see everybody, people. I love these pictures here. Look, that's television. That's television hanging out on First Avenue. And then we have a crowd at Problematics outdoor punk show on Juneteenth. Oh, that's recent. That's 2021. That looks like the 80s. You stayed in Queens today? You like hiding out there? Okay, awesome. Here we go. We got Iggy Pop at the Ramones Loft and Joey Ramone hanging out. I love these pictures here. They're so cool. Andrew Lawman of Dope Body at Death by Audio. That's a brand new picture, 2014. Oh, here's one of my favorites. Blondie, back in 1977, performing at CBGB's. Is this Godless? He's great. I met Godless at Coney Island, USA. He's really cool, really laid back. I really appreciate his style. Good to see you, Trisha. Welcome. Hope you're doing well on the Upper West Side. See, this is the kind of day it is. You put on a rain jacket. It's not raining yet. This is called New York City Slicker. She's just enjoying it. And then yes, Titanic. This is that Titanic Memorial right here. This lighthouse used to be vaulted onto a building that used to stand right here. And when they tore down that building, they placed the memorial right here. And they are going to rehabilitate the memorial so that it will be an operating lighthouse in the near future. So, but there it is. There's your Titanic Lighthouse Memorial. This memorial was created 10 months after the Titanic disaster. It's a Burberry. Is it a Burberry? Ooh, these guys are riding bikes on Water Street. I love it. Yay! This is Water Street we're walking down. And Water Street is the original coastline of Manhattan Island. My God, you saw Blondie open up for the Kinks in '78? Jack Spencer, that's a beautiful memory, dude. I'm not gonna lie, Jack, I'm a little jealous. I would give anything to see. I saw Blondie perform by herself in like the early 2000s, but come on, with the whole band and everything, opening up for the Kinks, bloody hell, that's awesome. Good to see a ghostly 64, welcome. Yes, it was on top of the Seamen's Mission. Yes, correct. And the ball that's on top of the Titanic Memorial used to show high noon so that sailors could orient their clocks to the local time. And the lighthouse did function. It did let out a light. But yeah, it was vaulted on top of a building, the Seamen's Mission, which was this glorious old school kind of building. Eric Floyd says at Water Street 126, I was there a year ago. Thanks for letting us know that, Eric. I think I can sleep well at night now. Anyway, this is Water Street, the original coastline of Manhattan Island. Everything to my left-hand side is landfill created during the British era. And yes, yes indeed, John, yes indeed. Oh yeah, I wish I could use one of those CBS 88 sound effects for that right now. I have one for our next radio show. Can't believe how many Toyotas and Nissans have become part of the fleets of taxi cabs across North America. I think it's because of their reliability, Neville. Right here, Bud Fox cries in the original Wall Street movie. He stands right here and cries after Mark Gecko kind of schools him on how to use people in finance. And like he's standing right here and he's hearing like a jackhammer, and it's right there. It's one of my favorite scenes in the movie Wall Street. Did you hear? So John, the sound effect you heard in Dick's live stream, that is the official teletype sound from WCBS News Radio 88. And then the ticker you heard, that little ticker thing you heard, that was an unused sound bump from 1968. And I have the whole fleet of the unused and used ones, so we got a lot of fucking things to use. Anyway, R&B history. The show, you saw Sister Sledge, who released We Are Family. And they were there, opening act for Marvin Gaye at Radio City. Wow. ABX Girl, that's awesome. Right there where the T-Mobile store is one of my favorite memories. That used to be where the Rand McNally map store used to be. I miss that place. And somebody's welding around here. If there's one smell I do not like, it's welding. Welding reminds me of what it was like to work downtown in the days, weeks, and months after September 11. So I hate that. I really do despise that smell. It makes me kind of emotional. Ugh. I hate that fucking smell. But I'll show you what I look like. Right? Imagine seeing Marvin Gaye perform. That's a memory. That's a beautiful memory right there. Neville saw Prince and the Revolution at the Maple Leaf Gardens in 1987. Nice. I would love to see Prince live. I never got to see Prince live. I saw Radiohead perform at the Roseland Ballroom in 1995. Creep just came out. Free to laugh now. Good to see you, free to laugh now. Welcome. Hey, look, it's me. You know, when I worked downtown, I would look at this sculpture to see if I was looking okay. My fly's not open. Look at that beer belly. God, I gotta lose weight. Good to see you guys. See, it's t-shirt weather. You do not need a winter jacket. You do not need a winter jacket, people. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. Right, so you saw so many shows, right? Me too, John. I actually ran into an awesome, somebody uploaded a VHS tape here on YouTube, and it was going to like raves and stuff in the 90s. It was so amazing. That belly means I'm well loved. Yes, indeed. KF Designs. You like my my t-shirt? The Duchess got it for me. Yay! You're building the city, people.
What happened?
We're good? We're good?
Everything go, man.
All right.
Let's go.
Have a good one, guys. Don't work too hard. Oh my God, you saw the Beatles at Chase Stadium? What? That's awesome. Anyway, yes indeed, Urban Adventure. All right, we're at the end of Wall Street here. We're at the end of Wall Street. This is, of course, we're going to build a proper monument, I've heard, to it. But this is the location of the municipal slave market right here. So where this little kiosk or pavilion used to be, that used to stand right here. That used to stand right here, where the Hyatt is today. But this is, for some reason, this is very controversial having this sign here. Have a great day, John Lore. You're more than welcome. Now here's a really cool augmented reality thing for the slave market here at Wall Street. So if you scan that QR code, if you're down here, you could scan that right there. But there it is. Yes, indeed, free to laugh now. Take a break, guys. Take a break. Let me tell you, are you doing nothing? Union, baby, union. That's union right there. Anyway. All right, let's go up Wall Street here. You know what, Urban Adventure? I think some people just like to sweep history under the rug to make themselves feel better. So that's why I think that's where that kind of motion comes from, which is a shame. But it is what it is. What's his name on Instagram? Jakey? There's this guy named Jakey something on Instagram, and he's like, he always talking about union, baby. He's really funny. Smoking 3 cigarettes while hanging off the side of a building. Union, baby. Union. You know, this is the perfect weather that we're experiencing right now. This is the perfect weather. We could recreate Mortal Monday from 1993. Let's recreate Mortal Monday. Great voice actor, yes indeed. I love just wandering these streets here. Oh yeah. Wow, the Clarny Rose is still here. I thought they closed. Clarny Rose is one of those places where I kind of like randomly drink. If I noticed that the Clarny Rose was like closed, or I mean was like empty, I would like go in there and drink. I probably haven't been there in like 20 years. Good to see you, Jay Chulo. Welcome. Let's get to 200 likes. Yes, indeed. Let's do Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat right here. Yeah, hit that like button. Let's get to 200 likes. It should be at 225 right now at least. Ah, here it is. Here it is. When Mortal Kombat came out on all the consoles, including handhelds, this is where they filmed the commercial. This is where the kids gathered to play Mortal Kombat, and they sat in front of this building right here. And then there's a flagpole. There it is. There's a flagpole up there where you see a fist come up and, yeah, Mortal Kombat. And then the kids were cheering on Mortal Kombat right here. And in the very middle of this intersection, the kid screams, Mortal Kombat! Oh my God. Mortal Monday. Can we go back to 1993, please, for the love of God? Can we go back to 1993? Shit was simpler back then, damn it. Shit was so simple back then. But it was filmed right here. Mortal Monday. They were like 5 months out of my life. 13-year-old me obsessed over Mortal Kombat and Mortal Monday. Literally obsessed over it. I was so excited to see Mortal Monday finally hit. Mortal Kombat! And then I first got it on Super Nintendo, but then a lot of my friends had Sega Genesis, so I bought the Sega Genesis version also. Sega Genesis had like the blood code where you could have like the blood come out. There was one game I was obsessed over, even though now it's Grand Theft Auto. It's Mortal Kombat. I know now most Mondays are mortal for different reasons. Exactly. That's why I don't like working on Mondays. That's why I don't work on Mondays. Monday is like my Sunday. You know, I try not to do anything. We're making our way to the stock exchange right now. And how ironic is that? That like Mortal Monday, the commercial takes place right here, right near the stock exchange. Yes, indeed, Neville. Yes, indeed. It was simpler times back then. Simpler times. Oh, Calgon, take me away. Fatality moves were great. Downright AB. All right, something like that. I forgot. I am totally convinced, though, that playing video games is going to keep my brain strong well into my 90s. So. Wow, smells like bloody hell. Okay. There you go. Your current favorite combat game is Sniper Elite. Sniper Elite 5 from France. Nice. All right. Oh, there it is. There's our New York Stock Exchange. Oh, they got the tables out now. That's nice. Well, give it a few more months and we're going to be here and we're going to see the Christmas tree and it's all going to be up and running really soon. It's exciting. Oh, we got the guys who work in this telecom company there. They're officially listed as TEO. So should I just start screaming sell now? Is the Duke and Duke here? Oh my God, I think the Duke and Duke are here. Yo, the Duke and Duke are here. Yo. Are they gonna corner the frozen orange juice market? Yo. Oh, I don't see the Duke and Duke. Oh man. Here's good old fearless girl. She's hanging out. She's like, who are these stunads all dressed up here taking pictures? And we still have a little buttonwood tree right over there to pay homage to where we used to originally trade, which was literally right around the corner from here. But there's our fearless girl. She's hanging out. Right, she just starts screaming sell, right? Yes, indeed, Neville. She's hanging out. Let's tap her on the head for good luck. All right, let's continue on. I thought I saw the Duke and Duke. I saw the Duke and Duke over there. Oh no, it's not the Duke and Duke over there. They're trying to corner the frozen orange juice market, people. Ah, there's good old George. Here's Federal Hall right here. This was the site of the original capital of the United States. And we're gonna go inside Federal Hall and show you a few things inside. Let's head around the back, 15 Pine Street. So D Dirty, the current gaming console I'm playing is a PlayStation 4. Unfortunately, I cannot afford a PlayStation 5. I'm hoping to get a PlayStation 5 in time for the new Grand Theft Auto, but there's a lot of shit going on in my life and I can't save money right now, so unfortunately. But PS4, this is not a line to get into Federal Hall, right? It's 3:01. Federal Hall closes at 4 o'clock. Is this really a line to get into Federal Hall? There you go, walks in camera, nice. Let's see. Let's see what's cooking here. No, this can't be a line to get into Federal Hall. Yeah, no. This is not a line. About to say, is Federal Hall this popular? Let's show you where George Washington became our first president. I love showing this place to you guys. Yes, one of my favorite places here in Lower Manhattan, Federal Hall. Ooh, we got a little, the art is still here for the Coast Guard. Coast Guard art program on the second floor. Good to see you, Natasha. Welcome. Here is the Grand Rotunda. Now, probably the coolest thing that most people don't realize is we're gonna walk around here. Now, do you see this little indentation right here? This was the customs house for a very long time. And this is where sailors came to basically account for their goods that were on their ships. And they waited in line right here. And so many hundreds of thousands of people walked where I'm walking right now. And there's a little indentation. Can you see it? There's a little indentation here. It's just really pretty. Let's see if we could go into the rooms here. Yeah, there's a whispering gallery, but it doesn't really work that way, Cake. So here's a reproduction of George Washington's desk. The original one is actually in City Hall, where we began our tour today. And then we have a painting of old George himself. And I love this painting right here. This shows the inauguration of George Washington. And look in the background, under construction is Trinity Church. And then in the case down here below, we have various ephemera. This is probably my favorite one here because it shows you the inauguration procession on Inauguration Day. And then just beneath it, this is how big New York City was when George Washington was inaugurated. That's how big New York was. See the Collect Pond in there and everything? Then we have these really cool little cases here which have some more ephemera. This is the original City Hall right here. We're going to see a model of this in a few moments. But it has the layout of the original City Hall and then the Customs House. And then over here, we have some more ephemera from the Inauguration Day. I love this picture of him. Look at George here. He looks so angry. But you see how different he looks in different illustrations. He looks vastly different. And here's the inauguration right there. You know, this Federal Hall is probably one of the greatest places that you don't have to pay anything to visit. You just saw that, hold on one second. You know, Federal Hall is one of these great places that you don't have to spend a dime to get in here. It's absolutely free to come in here. Yeah, he looked a little different as he aged. Yeah. So in here, let's see if the Bible's back. I doubt the Bible is back. Supposedly the Freemasons have the Bible. So in this display case right here would have been the Bible that George Washington actually did his inauguration on. And supposedly the Freemasons have this. They removed it during COVID. And I am hoping for it to come back. But you could learn more about the inauguration Bible if you scan the QR code right there. And here's another illustration of the inauguration. And then here's a little model of the inauguration procession. And I love this because you got all the soldiers here. Here's the Capitol in 1789, Federal Hall. And you have all these soldiers here. I mean, I would give anything to see it. And here's good old George himself hanging out right here. It's so great. And then there's the president's home on Cherry Street. We saw the site of the house earlier today. So this is what the house looked like. Remember that plaque earlier that we saw? That's the house. It reminds you of the Alamo, right? Yeah. And then we have some actual artifacts here from Inauguration Day. These are actual artifacts from 1789, which is just insane that they're just hanging out right here. I'll take that teacup, please. And then, of course, probably the most valuable thing in this building is right over here. This is the actual stone that George Washington stood upon. Now, this was damaged. There was a big fire here in New York City, and it had to be moved, and they damaged it during the fire. And exactly, the best thing about this place is that it's free. And if you ever need a bathroom, the bathroom in here is fantastic. It is a Dutch Ma's pooped approved bathroom. And then we have the actual railing. That's just above us. I mean, it's just, the history in this building is so amazing. These are helpful hints when you visit New York, am I right, people? Then we have this room in here where you can learn about the parks system. Here it is. Here's the original City Hall. This building was on this location between 1703 and 1788. And look at how small New York City was. That's how big New York was. It was all below Chambers Street, or well below Chambers Street. But this is the City Hall. And now we have Federal Hall, 1789 to 1790. Only 2 years this building existed in this form. Now you can see that the city expanded a little bit further north. City Hall Park is right there. That's that little triangle. But what I love about this little model right here is, look, George Washington is right there. There you go. And he's doing his oath. How great is that? And now the building we're currently in, this is the Customs House and Sub-Treasury, originally built in 1842. And now the city has expanded north in 1850. But they play a little video in here so you can learn about the various park systems here in the New York tri-state area. It's really cool. Yeah, somebody had fun with the figurines, right? But again, come here to Federal Hall. It's open Monday through Friday from 10 o'clock in the morning to 5 in the evening. And then after you visit Federal Hall, you could go across the street and check out some more cool art. Let's do it, everybody. Let's go across the street and check out some more cool art. Yeah, it is much better to stream without crowds. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Cake 813. You gotta come out. You gotta check it out if you're ever here in New York. And now, right across the street, we have one of my favorite art pieces. Look at that beautiful amalgamated insurance building straight ahead. Almost looks like the Empire State Building, but a lot smaller and a lot thinner. But now we're in the plaza of the Chase Manhattan Bank. This was David Rockefeller's baby right here, this building. And this was, of course, the last large development before the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center. But here we are. We're in the plaza. And look at this awesome piece of art. Yeah, it kind of looks like the Chrysler Building, right? Look at this, we're having a party. Hey, we're having a party. They're having a good time. They're having a damn good time. You got your cake? He got his cake. He got his cake, and we have the lions. Oh, I think this is the one who's telling the jokes right now. He's like, "Did you hear what he just said? Did you hear what he just said?" He's saying balderdash. I love it. Look at this. It's so cool, right? Just like us. Exactly. They're just like us. Another storyteller here, and everyone's listening to him. They are a must-see, Jim, absolutely. What I love about it is that you could sit down on the couch and be a part of the sculpture. Because they're all having a good time, right? Yeah, I know you're having a good time. And I know the little fox over here is having a good time. Yeah, they need an octopus, right, Neil? The octopus is over in World Trade Center. We'll see the octopus a little bit later on. Gilly and Mark are the artists. Yes, indeed, walks in camera. The Wild Couch Party. That is the name of this phenomenal piece of art here. I mean, it's so cool. It's so cool. And if you walk around the plaza, there's some more pieces here. So let's walk around the plaza here a little bit. Look at this, they're coming out of the storm drain. Watch out for paparazzi dog and paparazzi rabbits. And I like how the cameras, they have like a little patina on them. They kind of stick out. But how cool is that? You could also find these photographer animals in Rockefeller Center. They used the Chase building as an exterior in the HBO show Billions. Really? I've never seen that show Billions. When I ever think of Lower Manhattan, I always think of these things. I call these things the mushrooms. I know they have another name. But whenever I think of Lower Manhattan, I think of these guys right here. Isn't that cool? I'm telling you. New York is the greatest city in the world. I don't care what anybody says. And to think, people would believe Trash Jordan over me. Who cares what I do? I only do live streams and don't edit anything. Imagine if I did do edited content, which I will be doing very soon. I gotta start doing more edited content for you guys and start getting more into an editing video mind. They got some more sculptures over here. Or did they take them away? Oh, there they are. There they are. Bobby Axe was awesome, Matt. Nice. Good to see you, Matt Moret. I mean, they filmed so many shows here. It's kind of crazy how much TV and movies they film here in New York. Ah, here they are. They're just hanging out. Can't stand those videos. Me too, D Dirty. Uh-oh. I think we're having a love connection here. He's a little smitten. And she is definitely a little smitten. I love how realistic they look. These guys look so... They moved this. It was on the other side of the plaza before. And they're just hanging out. No doubt they're gonna start talking about Die Hard with a Vengeance. Because right across the street, right there, is where, what's his name, Gruber, goes into the gold depository. This is the New York Federal Reserve right here. One of the largest gold depositories in the world. He goes in there and they begin the crime of stealing all the gold. And then just a few scenes later, my favorite line in the whole movie, more gold than Fort Knox. Fort Knox. Ha! It's for tourists. Oh, was this on the Nassau side? I thought it was on this side. I thought the camera was right here looking down this way. Oh, I guess I got the wrong side. It was on the other side. I mean, a lot of stuff happens right down there in the corner down there too. But, oh really? Die Hard with a Vengeance is on Disney Plus? Wow. Anyway. Look at this awesome building. I love this awesome building. Oh, the sculpture. Oh, okay, yeah, the sculpture was on the Nassau. Yeah, the sculpture was right over here. Yeah. Yeah, I know for a fact that in the movie Die Hard with a Vengeance, they use this doorway right here. I love that movie. I love that movie. If you can't tell, one of my favorite freaking movies. Look at this, all the whole streets opened up. This is what keeps the city running, everybody. Right there. Look at the fire hydrant. Look at how it's connected. How crazy is that? Look at that. That's wild. That's freaking wild. I love it. I love it. Gold of the land of Norway was stored in that building. Yeah, I mean, we have the gold of a whole bunch of different nations here in the New York Federal Reserve Bank. Let's make our way down to World Trade Center. Yeah. Full pipe with water attachment, yeah. You don't see that very often, Brian. You don't see that whole get-up all put together like that. This is some kind of club or something like that. Blessings upon you, Prophet Joshua. Good to see you. Blessings upon everybody who's watching the broadcast right now. Even to my haters out there. Even to my haters. Blessings upon everybody who joins me day in and day out. Yeah, no tours of the Federal Reserve. I would say since September 11th, Neil. Because, I mean, I went on a tour of the Federal Reserve in 2000. And it was cool, but supposedly I had to get like a background check to go in there. Love this thing, the red cube. That's right, Strawberry. Absolutely. All right, let's go say hi to our friend. Good old double check by Stuart Johnson. Wow, why is he driving so slow? He must be like on his phone doing shit. Oh, you took a tour there in 2019? Oh, okay. All right, so maybe since the pandemic, yeah. Here's my friend. He's still looking for this pen. He has been looking for this pen since 1982. And he kept on looking for that pen in the days, weeks, and months after September 11th. He used to stand right across the street from the World Trade Center. A true survivor of September 11th. Tap his head 3 times for good luck if you ever see him. And if you already have a scratched lottery ticket, put it in his suitcase right there. Yeah. Put it in the briefcase. And maybe next time you play a scratch-off game, you'll win. What the hell's going on? Oh, we have people yelling and shit over there? Okay. Yeah, that he has seen a lot. I'm going to show you where he used to sit. He used to sit down the block over here, but unfortunately, those ridiculous 9/11 picture book sellers were using him as a point of reference. So they moved Double Check to where he is today because of that. And if you ever come here to Lower Manhattan, ever come to the World Trade Center, don't buy a picture book from random people in the street. Those books are filled with stolen pictures that have been reversed, and they basically try to say that because they turned the book into a collage, that it's like free use. And it's like a lot of photographers literally risk their lives to take a lot of those pictures. And these horrible people are making money off that. So yeah, did you see that picture of him covered in ash and rubble? Like right over here. This is World Trade Center. Right here. And Double Check used to sit right here. I had lunch around Double Check probably hundreds of times. Good to see you there, NYC girl. Welcome. Here's where and what's crazy is that you could actually, this is live, this is live. Look, you could actually see where he used to sit. You can see it. You can see his little mark right there. And then you can see this is where he was pushed in. But he survived September early. Look, can you see where he used to sit? And this whole bench area survived September 11th. It was completely covered in dust and debris and stuff, but amazingly enough, this whole thing survived. But I used to have lunch over here all the time, hanging out with Double Check. Let's head into World Trade Center. We do have some more art to see in the Oculus. Yeah, urban adventure. Yeah, a lot of firemen took him for a real person in those first few hours. But then the firemen, all the responders down here started using him as a rallying point. So he was completely adorned in fire department patches, and people were posting pictures of their loved ones on him. And we have somebody very, very famous or important in that motorcade just up ahead. So again, Ken, the best place to buy a book is on the 9/11 website, the 9/11 Memorial Museum website, and also here at the Memorial Museum store. There is an official book for September 11th. And yeah. How much do I pay in rent? Too much money, too much money. Why do you need to know that? Are we talking about rent? Are we talking about real estate? No. You come in with a question, is this really live? And then you're asking me about my rent. Bro, stop. The beautiful church of St. Nicholas, the National Shrine of St. Nicholas, the Greek Orthodox Church. This is the most fortified church in the world, designed by Santiago Calatrava. There's a beautiful mosaic inside of that church, which depicts the story of September 11, 2001. And then that leads you into Liberty Park. Liberty Park is an elevated park that stands at the footprint of what used to be a street-level parking lot. And in the middle of that parking lot was the original Greek Orthodox Church. But Liberty Park today is built over the entrance to the truck loading dock for the mall downstairs. And you're going to see that mall in a little bit. Liberty Park does feature the last surviving piece of sculpture art from the original World Trade Center complex. You may notice a brass sphere in the middle of the park, and that is Fritz Coing's sphere. That sculpture used to stand in the very middle of the Austin Tobin Plaza, and I had lunch around that thing hundreds of times. The thing I used to love about the old Twin Towers of the World Trade Center was that how massive they were. They were huge, and the plaza was also equally a massive plaza, so thus it was always easy to find a place to sit down in the shade. They would always play music, and I kind of miss those days, I'm not gonna lie. But as you see, bearing some scars of September 11th, some 23 years ago, Fritz Coing's sphere returned here about now, what is it now, 6-8 years ago? And Fritz Coing was here to see the sculpture come back. And then he died a few months later. Just incredible. I have to agree, Strawberry. The presence of the Twin Towers, you know, I never liked the Twin Towers until the summer of 2001. I saw that sunrise. I talked about it the other day, how I was riding my bike home after working overnight, and I saw the sunrise over the Brooklyn Bridge. I looked back towards Manhattan as the sun grew higher in the sky, and those two Twin Towers, like two big gold bars. I will never forget that. I will never, never forget that. That was literally August 2001. The last surviving piece of the original World Trade Center complex is right across the street. We have this footbridge that used to lead you into the World Financial Center, today called Brookfield Place. And that used to lead you into the street level parking lot. Now it leads you into Liberty Park. That thing has seen better days, yeah. It's a survivor. It's a true survivor. Look at all the dings and dents on it. It's just incredible. Fritz Coing's sphere. So what we're going to do right now, I'll show you here on the map. We're walking along Liberty Street right now. And what we're going to do is we're going to go down Memorial Glade. We'll say hello to Survivor Tree. We'll have a moment of silence here at the South Void. Then we'll make our way up to the North Void here. We'll see the Infinity Point. And then we'll make our way into the Oculus. But there are a couple of memorials within the memorial, and this is one of them right here. This is called the Memorial Glade. The Memorial Glade roughly corresponds with where the loading dock, the loading ramp was for all the excavation they did in the days, weeks, and months after September 11th. This pays tribute to everyone we have lost since September 11th. And yes, people are still dying even to this day. We have a tour guide here doing his tour. So as we walk down Memorial Glade here, we have this upthrustings of Manhattan schist, the bedrock of Manhattan Island, and embedded in the schist here, in the rock, is actual steel from the Twin Towers. So when you touch this, you're touching a piece of the original complex here. Good to see you, Miss Cecilia. Welcome. One World Trade Center. Right there. And my favorite tree in all of New York City is right here. Here's good old Survivor Tree. Survivor Tree is a calorie pear tree that survived both collapses of the Twin Towers 23 years ago. The thing I love about this tree is that it's the first tree to bloom in the springtime, and we are here, we live stream that every year. It blooms a beautiful white color, and then it's the last tree to lose its leaves in the autumn. Survivor tree, everybody. If there's anything you want to pose and smile in front of here at Memorial Plaza, do me a favor. As a New Yorker, pose and smile in front of Survivor Tree. It's a true living monument to all 2,753 people who died here on September 11, 2001. The voids of the World Trade Center are some of the largest man-made waterfalls in the world. In fact, these are the largest man-made waterfalls in North America. We're going to take a quick moment of silence by the South Tower. There's 274 white swamp oak trees in Memorial Plaza. The last line of trees before you touch the names roughly corresponds with where the wall would have been for the Twin Towers. So once you touch those names, you're within the footprint of whether it be the South or the North Tower. We're gonna make our way over to the North Tower now. Over here is the entrance to the museum. And Fritz Coing's sphere would have stood right about there. And I remember that thing. You have no idea. I had lunch next to that thing so many times. I kind of wish they worked it into the memorial, but at least it's here. You know, Urban Adventure, it took them almost 8 years to figure out how to rebuild this. The master planner of the New World Trade Center, his name is Daniel Libeskind. The way he placed the buildings, he places them in a way so that the Memorial Plaza is never in shadow. I'll see you later there. I love the 80s. Thanks for hanging on out with us. So what we're going to do now is go to the infinity point. We're going to head over to the infinity points, and then we're going to have another moment of silence by the North Tower. And if you don't know what the infinity point is, you're going to see it in a moment. It's where One World Trade Center looks like it goes on forever. But I think we were here just a few weeks ago for the memorial, the tribute in light. I tell you, time flies. This is why we all have to really enjoy our lives and don't lean on the names like that, bro. That's very disrespectful. See how he's leaning on the names like that? That's incredibly disrespectful. Placing your bag on the names, that like hurts. That's very disrespectful. Anyway, if you want to see where the infinity point is, look for this light directly across the entrance from One World Trade Center. And then you get a little railing here. Put your hand on the railing, line up with the light, and then look up. And there's the infinity point right there. Goes on forever. And if the clouds are just right, it really does look like it just disappears and goes on forever. I love this view. The infinity point, everybody. So we saw one memorial within the memorial. That's a memorial glade. And then there's another memorial within the memorial. And that pays tribute to everyone we lost in February 1993. So there is a plaque here out of all the names that references the 1993 truck bombing. So another moment of silence here by the North Tower.
Теперь смотрите, ребят, как я и говорил, что вот абсолютное большинство людей сюда приходят самостоятельно, ну заглянули, ага, вода льет, кто-то понял, кто-то нет, до свидания.
I appreciate everyone helping the memory there. I appreciate that. Right across the way from the North Tower is number 6 World Trade Center. This is the World Trade Center Performing Arts Center. An awesome dynamic performance place recently opened. The Perlman Performing Arts Center. I love this simple sculptural architecture you get here at the new World Trade Center. It really is like a city of the future. Now across the street you see some murals, and those murals are where the base for number 2 World Trade Center will eventually rise from. We are waiting for anchor tenants for the new number 2 World Trade Center. They actually finalized the design for this number 2 World Trade Center, and I'm hoping that they get that going very soon. But yeah, isn't that cool? That's kind of like, it's marble, and the marble is so thin that it allows light to pass through it. It's quite a bit, you know, really amazing piece of engineering. Once we find an anchor tenant for number 2 World Trade Center, we will commence construction. Yeah, number 2 World Trade Center's design recently got finalized, and they did design it, and I like the design too. It's a very exciting design for number 2 World Trade Center. A lot of terraces, a lot of sky gardens. It's very, very exciting. But here's the Oculus, another building designed by Santiago Calatrava, meant to represent the spreading wings of a dove. And another really cool art piece by Gilly and Mark is right over here. Here's our octopus friend. And these guys are having a real party. You know, I love the fact that they fill up the Plaza here with all of this amazing art. I mean, life goes on, and what is life? You know, life is taking subway trains and experiencing art, and this sculpture got so much love. Look at all the patina from everyone climbing it. And remember, don't climb this. If you come here, don't climb it. But look at it. They're just all hanging out. It's so great. They're all just hanging out. And I love the sign here. And it says, "We know you love the sculpture, but please don't climb on the octopus. Please, do me a favor." Isn't it cool? That's going to be here until I think November. And this is Wildlife Wonders. Gilly and Mark are a fabulous couple artist team who execute these amazing bits of art and sculpture here. And see, everyone could become a part of the sculpture. How cool is that? They're playing chess and eating cake. How cool is that? Yeah, you saw that one in London? Oh my God.
It is.
Their art is just so cool, walks in camera. And I think it's perfect for this place. It's perfect for World Trade Center. Coming up onto Church Street. And here's another cool piece by Gilly and Mark. And they're having their coffee and their cake, and I think they're on a date. I think they're hanging out. All right, we got some more art. Let's get inside the Oculus here. We got some more art. Let's go inside of the Oculus where, fun fact, I will be some of the 60% of people who utilize this structure as a train station. 40% of everyone who comes into this structure only comes in here and takes pictures and leaves. And see, all this escalators are down. We got some art down there. So let's get down there and check out the art. Hold on, people. I got studio audience. Got to get rid of. Look how cool this structure is. These are all load-bearing columns that hang. This is a very complicated structure when they built it. Let's go on the other side here. We have studio audience here. It's a little annoying. And this is how I'm getting home later. I'm going to be taking the train right here. Be hopping on the R train. Let's see, where's the... Is it on the other side? That's the call button. Okay, I guess this does not operate as an elevator. I want to take the elevator. Anyway, that's really quick. Let's go across here. And I know I've shown this many times in the past, but if you haven't seen it, there is a little bit of the original World Trade Center complex here inside of the Oculus. If you follow the signs for the E subway station, we go up these steps right here. Neville, it's labeled. It's labeled. But here is the original World Trade Center complex. This is the old entranceway that takes you into the E subway station. And all this signage is original. This floor here is original. This would take you into the old mall. Those doors are original, but here it is. It's pretty amazing. And I walked through here hundreds of times in the 90s. This is the door here that they marked off on the 13th of September. But the markings of this door were made by the search and rescue teams in the immediate aftermath of September 11, 2001. The code indicates that the area, that the search occurred on September 13, 2001. An X represents that the air conditions at the time made this area dangerous. The other symbol represents that of the search team that was undertaking, that was taking care of the area here. This was the FEMA Emergency Management Task Force from Massachusetts. So, but all these doors here are original, and that takes you right into the old complex. It's pretty amazing. And I remember you would walk up these stairs, and then the mall would be right there. The old mall. And I'm so happy to see more and more videos that was underneath here. It was a cavernous mall. It was never too crowded. It was always empty. So thus, you always had very interesting shops here at the World Trade Center. It was evidently a very good wig shop here at the old World Trade Center. Yeah, it's very jarring, Urban Adventure. Very jarring. Just walk directly towards me, please. See, look at the engineering here. This is some big engineering. That, who knows how many thousands of tons of load these arches here are taking. I mean, I have, you know, in my personal opinion, I love Santiago Calatrava as an architect. I think the Oculus is his best work. Because the Oculus is just, it's so well designed, it's so functional, and it's just beautiful. And as a lifelong New Yorker, I appreciate it. So now we're at the floor here of the Oculus. If you ever want a really cool symmetrical picture of the Oculus, look for these circles that you see here on the floor. And you see you got 3 circles right here. Stand in the middle of the middle one. It lines up with these boxes right here. That's an electrical box. And then, ta-da! There you go. See how it all lines up? Now this spine of the Oculus corresponds with the position of the sun, creating the 4th memorial called the Wedge of Light. On September 11th, these windows will open up, these skylights will open up to allow light, to allow sunlight to come in, and between 8:30 in the morning and 10:30 in the morning, only on September 11th, a shaft of sunlight will sweep across the floor here of the Oculus. There were a lot of naysayers saying that it wouldn't happen, that they built new buildings that will cast the building in shadow. Guess what? It actually works. And it creates a very powerful visual representation of what happened on September 11th. But now, for the next couple of weekends here, we have art. Look at this thing. This thing is made of Metro cards. Look at this. What is this called? Wow, this is cool. Ancient culture in a modern dress. MTA Card 12 Zodiac. This is going to be here until October 7th. This is made of iron, wood, PVC, and 30,000 recycled Metro cards. Kind of insane. So these are all made of Metro cards here. What is, this is like a seahorse or something like that. Wow. Yeah, yeah. There's only 250 people watching. It's cool, man. Anyway, and Fawn Marie with a $7 super chat. Fawn Marie, thank you so much for the $7 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $7 club. Much, much, much appreciated. With a big $7 super chat. Fawn Marie, I appreciate all your support of the channel. So thank you so much, Fawn Marie, with a big $7 super chat. Let's see, what's the name of this one? This is cool. This looks like a seahorse, this looks like a dragon. And look at student Metro cards. We got the green passes, so these are student Metro cards. And oh, JFK Air Train Metro cards. What? They got JFK Metro cards, and look at this. We have even Wow, this is cool. They have even the ad. These are Metro cards with the advertising for the Omni card system. Wow, this is so weird. This is called Dragon King. This is called Dragon King right here. Wow. Yeah, remember those green Metro cards? Now, I look, even trans. Oh my God, I got the transit check cards. Oh man, I remember those. Oh man, I love it. Now this looks like a sheep. This looks like a sheep or something like that. What Metro cards are these made out of? We have yellow Metro cards. We have reduced fare Metro cards. Oh, this is cool. It's a ram. It's a ram. Because look at the horns. You see the horn? Oh, this is so cool. And does this have a name? This doesn't have a name. This unfortunately does not have a name, but it's really cool. And then look at this. We got a little bear hanging out here or something like that. Now, what's the name of this guy here? The name of this is Pig of Love and Peace. The Pig of Love and, so this is a piece, this is a pig. Okay, so we have the reduced fare Metro cards, got the yellow Metro cards, transit check and air train Metro cards. Oh my God, do they really have the David Bowie limited edition Metro card on here? Look at that, we got the David Bowie unlimited edition Metro card from the Brooklyn Museum. It's Aries, Ram in the Zodiac, there you go. I like how he did the swirl right there. Good to see you there, investigator, welcome. Oh, I love it. I love it. Now look at this. Oh, I think we got some kind of a snake here or something like that. And they got a lot of these limited edition run Metro cards. We got the Fortnite Metro card. We got the NYU Langone Health. I had this Metro card, the Jesus and Miro. Look at this, the Game of Thrones Metro card. Wow, they like use all these. And then we have some important people who built the subway Metro cards. I remember those. I have a few of those. Wow, this is incredible. What the hell is this? This is Snake King, everybody. Snake King. Wow, that's really neat. Yes, Metro cards will be phased out at the end of 2025. So, yeah, better use them now. Look at this thing. I don't know what the hell this thing even is, but it looks cool. It's making my brain work. Wow. And let's go across here. This is a really cool exhibit. I'm so happy to see this. Wow, look at that. Good to see you, Farrah. Welcome. Looks like a guitar or something like that. Oh, so this whole art piece is called Ancient Culture in Modern Dress. MTA 12 Zodiac. So these are all Zodiac signs. I think you nailed that. So this is going to be here until October 7th. Here's the artist, Lin Shin Pao of Taiwan. For more information, scan the QR code right there. So this whole piece is 30,000 Metro cards. Insane. So this does correspond with the Zodiac. Okay, what's the name of this guy here? Love Monkey. All right, this looks like a monkey. Oh yeah, I can see it now. It's a monkey. I get it. And then we have a, I think we have a mouse here. Who sees the mouse, everyone? What's it? He's on the cheese. You see the cheese? And then the mouse. So the name of this one is Golden Mouse. This is Golden Mouse. He had the little, oh, you see what the mouse is doing? I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. Oh, that's cool. These are so neat. I know, I think the mouse is my favorite too. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, this guy is so cool. Look at that face. All right, so now we got some more student pass Metro cards, reduced fare Metro cards. Yo, we're seeing like the last of the Mohicans when it comes to like these old fucking Metro cards. I love it. This doesn't have a name, right? We don't have a name on this one. This is fantastic. Yeah, this one doesn't have a name. Now we have a easel. And look at this. Oh, can you guys see this? This is called Tiger King. Look, you guys see the tiger? Oh, this is cool. We have transit check and air train metro cards. Ooh, look at that. Jean-Luc Picard hanging out in there. They have a lot of limited edition metro cards in this. That is really neat. You even got the Supreme. I remember when people waited overnight to get those. And look, even got the Turnstile Underground Market metro card. How cool is that? These are really clever. These are so clever. All right, what do we got going on here? Is this a poodle? This looks like a poodle to me. What's the name of this one? Oh, this is the Hope Dog, everybody. This is the Hope Dog. Hey, it's like a poodle. In my eyes, this is a poodle. Because I think it is a poodle. As New Yorkers just try to get around doing their business here. So that... Right, Strawberry? Right? And we finish out with this guy. This guy looking so cool. What is the name of this one here? This is Bull King, everybody. Bull King. Whoa, that is cool. Let's look at that. You gotta get really back. You gotta back up on these things. These are so big. It's like 7 feet tall. How great is that? And look at all these. I can't get over the variety of Metro cards we see here. We got the I Love New York Metro card, the Pride NYC Metro card, Century 21 Metro card, the Victoria's Secret Metro card. I remember those from 2018. Holy shit. Look at it, celebrating 110 years of the subway. And then there's the Memorial Museum Metro card right there. Wow. These are so cool. I know. Let me see here. What are you saying there? You kind of remember reading the Craigslist post asking for used Metro cards a couple of years ago. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the artist putting out a call for that. I would not be surprised. But how cool is that? What a great interpretation of the zodiac signs. This is what New York is all about. This is what living life in New York is all about. We hop on the train, we move about, we do our business. Let me tell you something. We don't stop. We keep it moving. Am I right, people? Am I right? You can knock down the biggest buildings in this city. We're just going to build it back bigger and better than before. But wow. Again, this exhibit's going to be here until October 7th. And yeah, there we go. I want to thank everyone who joined me for our little odyssey today around Lower Manhattan. Hey, is it your first time watching me? Make sure to subscribe to the Dutch Moz Family Networks here on YouTube and on Instagram, all same name at Dutch Moz. And make sure to hit the notification bell because I never know when I'm going to go live next. We'll hopefully be live again tomorrow for more exciting adventures here in Manhattan. But from the World Trade Center here at the Oculus, this is Dutch Moz signing off. Have a fabulous New York day, whether you live here or not. Hug your loved ones, cherish those sweet moments. And good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are. And thank you, Phyllis. Thank you, Phyllis. Thank you so much, Jack Spencer. Thank you so much, everyone who super chatted. Everyone hit the thumbs up. Thank you so much to everyone who left me a PayPal. Diana Lee with the PayPal. Thank you guys so much. Bye, 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 bye.